Good morning, everybody. I had a really horrible sleep last night and I woke up at 5:30 this morning. But because I woke up so early, I have gotten a lot of knitting done. Yesterday I finished the body of the Skaha sweater that I was knitting, and I got to cast on the sleeves, and this morning I finished the ribbing around both cuffs, and I'm on to the actual sleeve part where it's increasing for the sleeves. So that's coming along really well. I have a couple appointments today and I have to go down to the yarn store, so maybe I'll take you down there and we'll have a little look, see what they have at the yarn store. Also, I'm going to be straightening my hair, and yeah, it's kind of one of those days where Thursdays are kind of my hard day, normally anyway, and just because that's the day that I have counseling. So I am going to, hopefully it's not going to be super heavy in counseling, but it has been very heavy lately. So hopefully I'm not a mess after it's done is what I'm really trying to say. And then I will take you down to the yarn store and we'll take a peek around, and I will show you one of my designs is in the window, but I have to take some measurements for my tech editor. And so that's why I have to go down there for that. I have to pull it off the mannequin and take some measurements and send it off to her today. And yeah, so I'm gonna go straighten my hair, and then I have an appointment in a little bit. Oh, I'll show you how far I am on these sleeves. Woot. They're coming along really well. So I think right after my counseling appointment, I have another meeting with a different counselor. And so, yeah, it's, lots of things are moving all at the same time. So I hope you got an opportunity to see my podcast yesterday. It was pretty good. And I will check in with you again later. One thing I forgot to mention was I had a goal this year of reading, I think it started at 70 books this year, and then it was 80, and then it was 90, and then it was 100, and then it was 110, and then I was like, hey, why not finish the year 2020 with a bang and finish 120 books this year? And I finished 121 books this year. Now that is audio books, that's listening while I'm doing other things. I'm listening to audiobooks. I have a long drive into where my girls go to school, so I have about at least 40 minutes each way for that, and then waiting for pickup and stuff, I listen to audiobooks. So it's a lot of book listening. But I wanted to let you know, and a lot of those, oops, sorry, this thing's like bouncing around. A lot of those books were in regards to healing from what I went through, and just a whole bunch. There's like in the beginning of the year, that is what I mainly consumed, and then I threw in some books for fun, like Eat, Pray, Love, and what else did I? The 4 Agreements, and just a lot of really good personal growth books. And there are to be honest, there is some like guided meditations and stuff in there as well. Mindfulness, cognitive behavioral therapy. And to be clear, I don't suffer from any sort of depression. I don't have depression. I might have a bit of anxiety from that length of time under those circumstances. That's what the deep healing stuff is. And I feel like, especially at Christmas, it's really important to take care of your mental health. Just really look after yourselves right now. I feel like that is the most important thing you can do for yourself, especially at Christmas time. Reach out to friends, watch uplifting shows, read uplifting books. The world needs you to look after your mental health and make sure that you're okay, so everything around you can be better. It doesn't have to be perfect, but if you're okay, then you're still good. Okay, I'll check in with you later. I have made a schedule and I want to show you, this is how far I am on the sleeves. Hopefully I'll get these done today. And now I'm going to head down to the yarn shop. So let's go to the yarn shop. I'm at the yarn store. You guys ready for this? Okay, let's go. It's welcome to the hive. This is now my yarn dealer. She helps feed my addiction. Well, let's stop here for a second. So pretty. This is 4 Elements Pottery. I have some of her yarn bowls. So pretty. And she is on Facebook. Oh, it's so beautiful in here. Welcome to my happy place. And the wall of pointy things that we all need. I hope you enjoyed this little tour. My button just popped. I wanted to show you my advent calendar for today. I hadn't opened it yet, so this is for the 17th. Is this from yesterday? Maybe. Oh, it's really pretty. It's orange. Ooh, this is gonna look really good with some of those browns that came. What? Yes, it is. I have an idea. Salted caramel coffee, woohoo! Actually, I have an idea for what I'm going to do with this yarn. So I'm just gonna think about it a little bit longer and I'll let you guys know what I come up with, because I'm going to do an advent calendar design for next year, so that when everybody opens their advent calendars, they can start knitting on something. And I know that there are some out there already, but they're not mine. Okay, I have to take some measurements on a hoodie. I had to go down to the yarn store and pick it up. They had it on display. This is my new hoodie design that I'm working on. Just finishing up with the tech editor on it, and then it will be available. But I have to retake measurements for her and send it off, and then I should have it back, I don't know, in a couple days probably. Okay, so I'll catch up with you guys in a bit. I am right now watching Amy Beth, the Fat Squirrel Speaks podcast, episode 285. And she's talking about writing bad poetry. And she is so funny. I met her at Rhinebeck a couple years ago in New York. And She is just as funny. And we just stood there and like cracked jokes for like half an hour together. It was beautiful. And I just enjoy her so much. And now she's talking about like writing bad poetry with people. And I'm considering writing a really bad poem in her comment section. So I'll let you know how that goes. Okay, I'm gonna get back to knitting. Okay, I did it. I wrote a bad poem on Amy Beth's thing. I'm going to read it to you now, so everybody get your snappers ready. I started watching when you would go to the apple trees, and now you are talking about the poetries. You make me laugh each time I watch, and in a bit I'll knit a swatch. Oh, Amy Beth, you make me smile. I haven't seen you in a long while. Thanks for all you do. I just wanted you to know I can write bad poetry too. I feel like I'm gonna give it a thumbs up myself. I enjoy that. I'll probably read it a couple more times. I might add another what are they called? Oh, I can't remember. I used to write poetry all the time. Another section, another verse thing. There's a name for it. I don't know what it is. Okay, back to watching Amy Beth. After you guys watch this, you should go check out Amy Beth because she's amazing and she just makes me laugh and giggle like her whole episodes. It doesn't matter. It takes her so long to get into the knitting, and all of her like the goat trails on the way, they're just, she's an amazing storyteller, and she like brings you along. She's just such a, she's a gem in the knitting community. And if you haven't heard of The Fat Squirrel Speaks, you should definitely take a peek because she's wonderful. I'll catch up with you later. I want to say a huge thank you to everybody who has supported the podcast in like donating to like my PayPal. And I have my first Patreon, even though it's not totally set up. Somebody's gone over there. And I just want to say a massive thank you, everybody who's purchased patterns. It is definitely making a difference in my life, and I totally appreciate it. I wanted to show you the sleeves. They're not done. I've been working on them, and they're coming along really nicely. And the yarn store that I took you on a little tour through earlier is called the Bee's Knees. It is the cutest little yarn store. It's in Summerland. So if you are coming through the Okanagan Valley and you want to stop at a cute little yarn store, the Bee's Knees is the one for you. Absolutely. It's super cute. Christy's the owner, and she's super lovely. And her daughter, Shannon, does the pottery. And it's just stunning work. That the whole thing is just beautiful. And it's so friendly to go in there. Feels like home, really. I think that's it today. I'm waiting for the rest of my family to get back, and I'm just gonna sit and do some knitting and watch some movies probably while I'm waiting. So I will see you tomorrow.